Okay, this week we are going to take a look at this thing over here, which consists of 2 giant loops and then a big figure 8 at the end. So, if you don't know how to wall carve, now is a good time to learn. And if you need to practice, there are a couple practice courses over here, which basically teach you how to do the movement that you need to do, but at like a less steep slope, so you can get the hang of it easier. As you can see, I just beat the challenge, 31 seconds. Let me know if you could beat my time in the comments. Well, let's get started and show you everything you need to know. On the first loop, there's going to be some blocks here as you hit that boost pad, and then you're going to need to do a full loop. As you can see, those arches, you're going to want to go through them. And so to do this, you're going to need to wall carve upwards. At the beginning, your hand is going to look like this, and then you're going to slowly move it upwards like this and, rotate it all the way back. You're going to need to bend your arm quite far back for this one. So let's see that movement in motion. Just like this, you can't really see because it's going behind my back, but that's the first movement you're going to need to know. Going like this all the way back. My first tip is to release, but do not push. Because if you push yourself off of this wall, you're gonna go flying to the left. That's how it works. You push off the wall, you're going left. So if you even push off of the wall in the slightest, you're gonna go too far to the left, and you're not gonna be able to reconnect with the wall when you hit the other side. So when you're wall carving up here, you're gonna have a release point, a point where you're gonna stop carving because you're not doing the motion anymore, and you'll want it to be at an angle to where you go horizontally and vertically enough to clear this and get the top arch right here. So you'll want to do a sort of angle like that guy's doing. That's the perfect arch you're going to want to do. If you hit this angle right, you'll also get enough speed to go to the next one, but not too much speed so that you don't go flying off of the edge. This is what it would look like if you hit the angle too hard. You'll go flying off the edge like this, and you're not going to get the top arc at all. And this is what happens if you hit it too soft. You go too high, and you're not going to be able to hit that angle down there. You might be able to save it, but most times there's going to be 2 arches right there that you're probably not going to hit most of the time because they're angled in a way to where you need to get that perfect launch, perfect release. But remember, do not push yourself. Just let the carving stop and let yourself glide over the edge slowly like those guys are doing, and then initiate another wall carve down. So it should look something like this. Like here, and then you can look down to see if you're doing good, and then initiate another wall carve all the way down here. If you can't do this part smoothly, it can help if you just tick your arm like this, like a clock. Just keep going back, and just like micro adjustments to make sure that you stay on pace. That's what I would do. I can do it smoothly now, but that's what I would do at the start. So once you get over to this part, you're going to have another boost, but keep in mind that this boost is not nearly as fast as that boost over there, so you're going to want to hit that angle again, like that. I can't emphasize enough that angle is super important to hit perfectly. At the same time, if you're going too fast, then it can be hard to do this one as well, and that's kind of what I struggled with. So if you're going too fast on this part, around here you can kind of keep your hand like that to kind of slow you down, or you can hit backwards when you're going up this ramp a little bit so that it slows you down as well. If you're left-handed, this one will probably be easier, but if you're right-handed like me, this one will probably be easier. The thing with this one is that I actually kind of did it differently than this one, just because with my left hand, carving feels more unnatural than it does with my right hand. So basically what I did with this one, I did the same movement like this way, but I kind of had my hand like this, to where it wasn't like this going up perpendicular to the wall, it was more parallel to the wall. So I did kind of like this motion, just made like a circle. So if you can't do like your normal movement that you do with your right hand, maybe try out the circle movement with your left hand. And I'm going to be honest, you might have to get used to going a little faster than normal and trying to hit that carve at the end. Sometimes you're not going to be able to glide at the peak of the circle. So right here, we're gliding over the edge, right? And then we're going down here. But when we hit this, we're just gonna go flying because we have too much speed, and it's unnatural for me to carve. It's really difficult for me to explain how to even do that part because I had a hard time with it myself. That's why I recommend, if you have too much speed, definitely hit back a little bit and reduce your speed before going into that one. I went way too far. And then we're gonna hit back and reduce our speed so that we can actually glide over the top and then hit that carve. I actually reduced my speed too much, so I didn't get that thing. See how easy it is to mess up? You have to be perfect in this one. But after you get done with that part, you head on over here to the easiest part in the whole challenge, which I just go on this side over here and then carve my way around here. Most likely you'll have a lot of speed, so you could do this really fast, but you just floor carve easily around this figure eight. I doubt any of you are having problems with this part. Also, one last thing to note is that there's something interesting over here. It's like an extra parkour playground sort of thing that you can play around with. I didn't actually know this was here until I started recording this video, so maybe you didn't either. I did record my successful run, so I'm going to show that to you now. Yes, I did it! If this video ended up helping you out, make sure to give it a like and let me know down in the comments any tips that I might have missed. Thanks to my members, Fishlock, Sleepy, and Snowy. If you want to become a member, the link is in the description down below. But that's it for today. I will see you next week. Goodbye.